For many cultures, winter is a sign of death and destruction. At this time of year, low temperatures reduce people's productivity and push them to try to hide in the warmest corners of their homes. However, there are places where the cold is unstoppable. No matter the shelter you build or the technology you use, if it is the Arctic or the Antarctic, there is no escape. There, the ice covers everything, the low temperatures destroy any possibility of warmth and life, and the world is transformed into an inhospitable and uninhabitable space in which practically nothing survives. Even so, in the midst of these terrible conditions, some creatures manage to overcome adversity and evolve to become survivors. But make no mistake, this terrible place in the world is not only inhabited by bears and penguins, but also by mysterious creatures that defy any logic. And if you keep watching, you too can discover some of them. Do you dare to visit the frozen wastelands of this territory? Then it's time to get started. Number 5. The impossible image. When it comes to discovering strange creatures in the middle of the Arctic ice, it is very likely that the first thing you think of is a team of scientists installed in these winter lands. However, reality can be as different as having a boy sitting on his couch in front of his computer. Such is the case of Florida Marquis, a young supporter of modern virtual archaeology. Every day there are hundreds of people who use Google Earth to investigate coordinates of the globe until they find anomalies or unexplained phenomena. And in his case, many believe that he has found something extraordinary. The video he posted on social media went viral in a short period of time. There, you can distinguish a strange finding formed by a very particular shape in the middle of Antarctica. In the satellite images, a curved and very well-defined shape with the natural form of a mermaid can be seen. By zooming in, one can distinguish with absolute clarity what could be the fin, the distinction between the neck and the head, and a structured body that completes the creature. The coordinates of the alleged mermaid accompany the description of the viral video, and so far no one has managed to explain what this finding is really about. Many believe that it represents a frozen mermaid that is broken off from the frozen ground of Antarctica due to global warming. However, many others remain doubtful about this mysterious creature. Number 4. In the depths. To explore Antarctica, you have to forget about the rules of the ordinary world. At least this is what every team that enters this icy zone of our planet assures. This rule applies to everything, and when it comes to discovering some kind of creature, it seems to be a golden rule. That is what has been demonstrated by the study carried out by the biogeographer of the British Antarctic Survey, Hugh Griffiths, who was exploring the rocks of the Antarctic seabed and came across something that no one had ever imagined. Mysterious life forms have thrived in the deepest areas of the ice. There, where the sun doesn't reach and the temperatures are so harsh that it seems practically impossible for any species to survive. This is the first time that any form of life has been found in the depths of Antarctica. In total, about 22 unidentified organisms were recorded at a depth of more than 1,233 meters. They could be maritime sponges, hydroids, ascidians, barnacles, or polychaetes. There are still many unanswered questions regarding these species, but the researchers are absolutely certain that this is the beginning of many findings to come. Number 3. A monster under the ice. There are places we know nothing about. And when it comes to North Korea, Russia, or China, secrets are as precious as gold. However, few defectors manage to tell a story while being alive, but when they do, the tales are truly terrifying. Such is the case of a Russian scientist who managed to escape his country to share the story of something unexpected that happened during 2012 in a mysterious lake 12,366 feet under the Antarctic ice. According to Dr. Anton Padalka's account, that lake was very strange, as it possessed between 10 and 20 times the amount of oxygen found on our planet. This anomaly pushed the entire team to dive into the depths until they came across an organism designated 46-B. It was a large creature that couldn't be fully seen due to the darkness of the seabed. The lights barely managed to illuminate its body, which seemed to be in a vegetative state and had 14 tentacles. However, from one moment to the next, the beast opened its eyes and attacked immediately. Out of the 15 team members who entered the depths, only 3 managed to escape. Days later, the project was placed under state secrecy, and several men from the KGB arrived in the area to try to weaponize the organism. Since then, Dr. Padalka was removed from the research. Nothing is known about this strange event, as the Russian government has categorically denied the accusations. But it wouldn't be the first time that a state has concealed the truth. Number 2. The Caves of the Arctic. The mysteries of the Arctic and Antarctic aren't only found under the ice, but also on its surface, and a recent discovery has proved it. Scientists at the Australian National University have recently found a vast subway cave ecosystem surrounding one of Antarctica's few still active volcanoes, Mount Erebus. The unknown organisms have found an excellent habitat here thanks to the volcanic steam and other cave flora that have provided them with the necessary conditions to develop and grow. After collecting DNA samples corresponding to the moss, algae, and small invertebrate organisms, an unprecedented finding has been detected. These small plant and animal species are completely unknown to science, and although the result of this research is still under analysis, it's a new step towards understanding the great mysteries of the Arctic. Number 1. A visitor from prehistoric times. Excavations in Antarctica are not very frequent due to the possible landslides of frozen soil that could have serious consequences on the continent's ecosystem. However, this doesn't prevent paleontologists and scientists from detecting the best areas to investigate and putting all their efforts into finding something interesting. However, discoveries like the one recorded by the journal Cretaceous Research are extremely rare. The protagonists were a group of Chilean paleontologists who were excavating in Seymour, a chain of islands in the northernmost part of Antarctica. In the midst of their work, the group stumbled upon one of the largest fossil deposits ever recorded in this place. The find included the remains of plesiosaurs, prehistoric giant whales, and other marine lizards that lived 66 million years ago. However, nothing was as surprising as the skull of a 1.2-meter-long humerus belonging to an unknown prehistoric marine creature. The skull possesses very particular physiological characteristics that differ completely from the rest of the specimens that have been recorded throughout the world. The lead author on the research, Rodrigo Otero, said in a press release that we could be looking at one of the largest super predators in prehistory, despite the fact that no fossil remains of it have ever been found. Could it be that Antarctica and the Arctic are full of fossils that reveal creatures we had never discovered before? Could this be the place that hides answers about the human being itself? It's difficult to answer these questions. However, the explorations of this icy zone are just beginning, and it's believed that the teams that make life in the inhospitable corners of this ice paradise will have the necessary technology to make deeper and deeper explorations in the next 10 years. What mysteries will we encounter in the future? Nobody knows. But one thing is for sure, it's a matter of time before we encounter some of the strangest creatures we have ever seen. But if you don't want to wait that long to get to know the world of monsters that lurk in the less explored areas of our planet, you should check out the following videos to learn about what you won't find in books. Are you ready? If so, here are the videos.